Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today's video is when you're scared of them leaving you for someone else. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. The late afternoon sun cast long golden shadows across your living room, painting the familiar space in hues of comfort and warmth. You were curled on the sofa, a book forgotten in your lap, watching them. Bakugo was sprawled across the armchair, barking orders at the TV as the hero show played out, while Kirishima sat cross-legged on the floor, cleaning his hero gear, humming a tune under his breath. This was your life, this was your home, and these were your boyfriends. The thought itself brought a soft smile to your lips, a comforting warmth spreading through your chest. The cacophony of Bakugo's grumbles and Kirishima's gentle humming was the soundtrack to your peace. You'd build this life together, brick by brick, shared laugh by shared laugh, and quiet, intertwined silences. It was everything that you'd ever dreamed of, and sometimes that was exactly what scared you. A stray thought, like a shard of ice, pierced the warmth. What if this wasn't enough for them? You shifted, the big slipping further, and neither of them seemed to notice. This wasn't unusual. They were engrossed in their own worlds, as you often were. But today, it felt different. A tiny whisper in the back of your mind suggested that they were simply tolerating you, that their attention was merely a temporary stop on their journey to something or someone more. Later that evening, the three of you were in the kitchen, a whirlwind of collaborative chaos that only your throuple could master. Kirishima was chopping vegetables with surprising precision. Bakugo was aggressively stirring a pot of curry, and you were setting the table, the clinking of plates, a rhythm to their banter. "Hey, Kiri, remember that new intern at the agency?" Bakugo grunted, gesturing with his spoon. "The one with that fancy quirk. Pretty decent for a newbie." Kirishima paused, a grin spreading across his face. "Oh, yeah. They're super motivated. I was talking to them about their training regime yesterday, and they've got some really unique ideas for pushing their limits. We actually trained a bit after hours. Super manly." Your hand froze mid-air, a plate hovering over the placement. Decent, unique ideas. Training after hours. The words were innocent, friendly even. Yet, in your mind, they transformed into heavy stones, each one adding to the growing weight in your stomach. You knew it was irrational, knew that they were just talking about work, about colleagues, but a knot tightened in your chest. You forced a smile, placing the plate down with a little too much force. "Sounds interesting." Kirishima, ever perceptive, glanced at you, his brow furrowing slightly. "Is everything alright, babe?" "Yeah, I'm just a bit tired." You lied, pushing the fleeting thought away, trying to bury it under a mountain of logic. But the seed of doubt had been planted, and it began to sprout. Over the next few days, the fear became a constant, unwelcome companion. Every casual conversation, and every shared laugh with a colleague, every time one of them mentioned someone new or impressive at their agencies, your mind would twist into a narrative of impending abandonment. You would catch Baku's intense gaze on someone else, a hero on TV, a strong opponent in a sparring match, and a voice would slightly remark, "That's exactly what he wants. Someone as strong, as driven as him. Not you." And then you'd remember the way he looked at you, the fierce protectiveness in his eyes when he thought no one was watching, the surprisingly gentle way he would trace patterns on your skin in the quiet hours of the night. He'd push the thought away, but somehow it always managed to return. With Kirishima, though, it was different, but equally unsettling. His warmth and his boundless enthusiasm, his ability to connect with anyone and everyone, felt like a double-edged sword. He saw how easily people gravitated towards him, how he made everyone feel seen and valued. He could have anyone. Your insecurity whispered. Someone brighter. Someone who truly shines. Not someone who sometimes feels overshadowed by his sheer radiance. But then you'd remember the way his smile softened, only for you. The way his hand always found yours. The way he would listen to your mundane stories with rapt attention, making you feel like the most fascinating person in the world. You started pulling back, subtly at first. You'd excuse yourself from conversations earlier, feign sleep when they wanted to cuddle, or immerse yourself in tasks, anything to avoid the quiet moments where your anxieties screamed the loudest. You knew you were being unfair, knew you were pushing them away, but the fear of being left first was a stronger current, dragging you down. One evening, after a tiring day at work, you were in your shared bedroom. Kirishima was in the shower, and Bakugo was scrolling through his phone on the bed. Bakugo cleared his throat, a sound that always made your heart jump. "The hell's wrong with you?" he said, as he notices your movements stiff and precise as you were folding the laundry. You flinched, dropping a shirt. "Nothing. I'm fine." Your voice was tight and too high. He threw his phone aside, sitting up, his crimson eyes sharp and perceptive, were fixed on you. "Don't give me that shit. You've been acting weird all week, pushing us away. What is the damn problem?" Just then, Kirishima walked in, a towel wrapped around his waist. He took one look at you, Bakugo's scowl, and the dropped shirt, and the easy warmth in his eyes faded into concern. Hey, what's going on?" "It's nothing," he mumbled, bending to pick up the shirt. Bakugo was off the bed in an instant, his hand clamping gently but firmly on your arm, stopping you. "Look at me, damn it." You finally did. "Look, I'm just afraid that you both leave me, okay?" Kirishima's eyes widened. Bakugo's grip on your arm didn't waver, but his expression became strangely still. "Leave you?" Kirishima murmured. He stepped closer, reaching out to cup your face with his damp hand. "The hell? Why would you even think that, Mayan?" "Because you're both incredible," he confessed. "You're both so strong and so amazing, so popular. Everyone loves you. You could have anyone, someone just as powerful, someone who always knows what to say, someone who doesn't get scared when they're not enough." Bakugo lets out a low, rough sound, something between a growl and a sigh. "You really think we're that stupid? You think we'd throw away this for some random extra?" He's right, Mayan. You're our safe place. My manly heart just about busts with how much I love you. And look at Bakugo. He practically is falling for you. Shut up, shitty hair. See? He's all soft for you. Kirishima chuckled. Listen. Well, we have this. It's not something you just find anywhere. It's special because it's with you. It's all of us. You complete us, okay? Yeah. Bakugo muttered. You're the only one who can put up with that bullshit and still make us feel like we're not complete waste of space, I guess. And you actually listen, you know. You make us laugh. You're everything. His words, gruff and unpolished as they were, hit you with the force of a revelation. They weren't going to leave. They weren't looking for anyone else. They were right here, holding you. The ice shard in your heart began to melt, replaced by a deep, expansive warmth that settled into your bones. You leaned back into Bakugo's soft embrace, turning your head to meet Kirishima's earnest gaze. The fear, though not entirely vanquished, had receded, replaced by a profound sense of peace. You were safe, you were loved, and you were enough, maybe even more than that. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!